Today on the WEInvested podcast, we have Rich Sharpe, and he is the founder and CEO of 850 Approved Credit Repair, RichSquare Logistics, RichSquare Estates, and RichSquare Capital. Rich, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining me.
I
And
appreciate you.
before we started recording, man, I was just letting you know, like, you really one of the leaders in this space right now, man. And you the one that kind of kicked it all off and started it all off, especially in the city. So, I
I
wanted to take
appreciate
my
that.
hat off and give you your flowers.
Yes, sir. I mean, I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I appreciate that. And I love
Yes,
the
sir.
intro too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so before we jump into it, bro, can you let the people know where they can find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, CEO underscore Rich. I think my Twitter the same thing, CEO underscore Rich. TikTok, CEO underscore Rich. Um, and my Facebook, King Rich Sharp.
For sure, for sure. That's super dope, man. So let's just get into it and kind of start from the top, man. So, where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. A little city, man. Crazy little city though. Like one of the
Facts.
they call it Murder Mount, so you know how that go.
Facts. Yeah, man, for sure, bro. And so, growing up, man, is being an entrepreneur and starting these multiple businesses, something that you always had in mind, or is that something that you kind of grew and developed and learned over time?
Yo, honestly, bro, we didn't know we was doing entrepreneurship back in the day because our parents didn't like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you doing being an entrepreneur or this and that. But like my first, I say entrepreneurial journey, this when I was living in Brown Acres at the time. But I'm from Little Raleigh, but if you from the city, you know what I'm talking about. But one of the older guys showed me how to cut grass. And this when we used to go to Star City on
Yeah.
Saturday. So I
Yeah.
go, you know what I'm saying, go cut a yard, make like $20. That's my Star City money. But that took
Yeah.
me on that journey of like just trying to cut grass. But the crazy thing is, I knew how to flip real good. And they used to have a church, they got like a church yard. So I used to flip out there and kids come and watch. But then they parents come in, they want to like show my son how to flip. So I'm charging them like $5 a day. And it's like 5 or 10 kids, bro. And I bought my first cell phone like that. So entrepreneurship always been in my bones. I just didn't know what it was.
Man, that's crazy to be so young and to already be making money from teaching other people how to
Yeah.
do something at that early of an age. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't even, I don't know. Yeah, when I think about it, I was telling my girl that the other day, I was thinking about it like, yo, we was really being entrepreneurs back in the day. We just didn't know how to organize it and make it like a
Exactly.
business. What these
Exactly.
kids got today, man. You know.
For sure, bro. So, what do you think are some like lessons that you learned from like, those early businesses that you started and like, carried on with you throughout adulthood?
Um, don't stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we start one business and then we just like we on to the next thing. It might not be
Exactly.
making enough money or like we just don't feel like doing it no more. But in reality is if I would have really organized cutting grass at a young age, I could have got all the people or all the to cut their grass, all the business, hired some younger kids, pay them like that. But we didn't have that mindset as a young kid. So but yeah, just stop. Don't stop, man. Just keep on going at whatever you do and learn some skills. Like learn skills.
For sure, for sure. And that's something I definitely want to get into a topic I want to talk about a little later on. But, can you talk about the purpose behind each of your businesses and how you got started in those businesses?
Yeah, yeah. All right. So when I first wanted to start a business, my name of my business would be called Master Squared. Master Squared was like, Master Moose, the richest man in the world. And that's gonna be my business name. And I always wanted to get into business. I just didn't know what to do. What did I wanted to do? What's gonna make money? I knew like you can get skills, welding, carpentry, all that good stuff, but I don't like using my hands. I'm more of a thinker.
Yeah.
So the first business I like launched that really like took off was my logistics company. that really like that was I have other businesses before that, but they didn't make money like that. Like they ain't make substantial amount of money. But once I launched the trucking company, it was like, damn, I'm really playing with like, you feel me? I'm invoicing thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm like, yo, this the move. And I was still working two jobs while while working while starting that business. And that's what helped me fund my business as well. Like people don't know, but like for 4 straight years, I worked two jobs, full-time jobs, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. So where do you think that that work ethic and drive kind of came from? Like, where did that come from?
Uh that probably came from my mom. I seen her had like two jobs, bro. She had me when she was like 15, 16. So I seen her hustle all her life. And then high school, I was, I was dibbling, dabbling some other stuff, but I had a job too. You feel me? And I used to work at Bojangles. And anybody know Bojangles, man? We used to get like hella hours, bro. Even in high school, I'm talking about busting like 60 hours a week in high school, bro.
That's
Like for real.
crazy. That's
So yeah,
crazy. Yeah, for sure, man. So, it seems like having multiple streams of income has always been something that you've been aware of
for
and,
sure.
and implemented in your life. So, what was the importance of that to you though, just to have different ways of getting money?
Man, just when you bring it back to like dibbling dabbling, man, this product might not work, but this one is selling over here. This product might not work, this selling over here. And you might got this and that. Oh, this person need they speakers hooked up. We got like a,
Exactly.
a couple of different things I ain't gonna say, but when this slows up, you don't want that money flow to slow up. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, man. And it just sounds like a common theme like throughout your journey is just being persistence, just
yeah,
like keep going and just to keep trying new things. And that's one thing I think is super dope for
yeah,
all people to have. One is like a sense of like fearlessness, and then
facts.
two is like being able to take the action, because a lot of people are planning something or research it and study it, but they never actually take the steps to really make it happen.
No, that's a fact, man. And that's it. Like what do you call it? Analysis paralysis. And I ain't gonna
Exactly.
lie, I had that for like in 20. So in 2013, I had hella analysis paralysis because this is back when I was researching. I think it might have been 2014. Jay Morrison, you know,
Yeah.
so he was big. He started hitting YouTube hard, bro. And this is when I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out, like entrepreneurship, because some stuff happened. I'm like, I need to figure out what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And he was hitting the scene hard. That's when wholesaling was. It wasn't like it is now. That's when you will see some signs that might be like you can make such and such weekly selling houses on the side of the road, but it wasn't like them big signs like we buy houses and stuff now. But he got me to a point where like, okay, I can make money selling houses and stuff like that. So I started wholesaling.
For sure. For sure. Nah, that's super dope, bro. And you wear so many different hats. You're in different business industries, but which one would you say is the most exciting to you? And then which one would you say is like the most rewarding and like not just money, but like the one that I guess feels the best to you?
Yeah. All right. So honestly, bro, the stock market is the best, like the most exciting.
Yeah.
Um the most the most rewarding is trucking, of course, but the stock market is like I wouldn't say the trucking is more rewarding, but for me now it is because of the amount of trucks we moving and stuff like that. But if I could day trade all day and really like make my this money, I would. I
Yeah.
really would. The stock market more exciting, and then helping people, man. Um, it was like a year or two ago. My aunt, she never invested nothing. Probably never even know what the stock market is. So I'm telling people about the stock market. She sent me a screenshot, bro. She bought her first share of Nike. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That's
That's like
fire, that
that made
inspiration.
yeah. It was like what? She like, hey, I
Yeah.
bought my first share. Like, I'm like, what? It kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That melted my heart because I don't know nobody in my family that ever invested before. So I think the stock
Exactly.
market is like the thing that's most rewarding for me.
Nah, that's super dope, man. And that's um, you know, I guess that's a good segue into the next question. Recently you announced that you'll be starting an investment firm, RichSquare
Mhm.
Capital. So before we kind of get into that, can you just talk a little bit about the process? Not to give away too much of the sauce, but just some of the process or the obstacles that you had to face just trying to get this approved and get this cleared and to be able to actually do it.
Yeah, man. Really, if you research it, it's not that many steps. But as far as a black man, to be honest, bro, I want to make sure all my credentials is perfect. Because we playing ball game with people that's been in this game for 50, 60 years. So I want to make sure all my credentials is perfect. So I got my bachelor's degree in economics. I have my MBA in finance. So I got my series 7, series 65. Well, I just got the 65. I got all my licenses to make sure everything is great. So when you do look at my business, I'm licensed.
Yeah,
My educational background is solid.
yeah.
You can't really say too much about it. And if I can bring the crowd in to come invest with me, I can go in these big companies and go take over their 401ks and so it's a whole plan with it. But yeah.
Nah, that's super dope, man. And what emotions did you feel, once you got all your credentials lined up and in the right place? What were you feeling once you saw it all come together?
Hey yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Yesterday, that's when I finally passed the test because I failed it. I was supposed to pass it September the 23rd.
Yeah.
And I think I announced it in the group, like I'm gonna get back with y'all when I pass the test on the 23rd. And I failed it, yo, by 2 points. I like, man, so the last month, bro, I've been constantly studying, bro. And like I got a Kaplan course. They got a live instructor. It's like 4,000 questions I had to go through in a month, like sleep, no sleep, like for real, staying up 3, 4 in the morning, like trying to get it done. And it paid off though.
Yeah. Paid off
That's
big time, man. And
yeah,
and that's super dope. And I think that just kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, just about being persistent. You know what
facts.
I'm saying? And persevering through that. And I think it's cool too that you letting the people know, like, um, it's okay to not hit the mark the first time,
Facts.
maybe the second time or third time, but as long as you keep trying, you know what I'm saying? Because the only time you really lose is when you stop.
When you stop, yeah, and that's a fact,
So
man. That's a
yeah,
fact. But yeah, the emotions out of that, man. I was when I because at the end it's like it's a screen and you gotta push next, and it's like it feel like it's an hour long, but it's like 30
yeah,
seconds, whatever. And it finally say fellow pass. I'm like, I got that. I was like, yeah, man, golly, bro, that's
yeah, yeah. Now it's time to celebrate.
you feel me though, for
That's
real.
a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, man. And so, you mentioned the group earlier, and that
Mm-hmm.
was, that was what, like, one of the first ways I discovered you through the
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group, and just, seeing you be active with that, and then
Yeah,
also seeing you making the transition of making TikToks, making
yeah,
more videos,
yeah,
and you just recently put up a post where you're talking about, hey, maybe we'll get active on YouTube.
yeah.
So, you have a great social media presence. How would you say that social media has helped to expand your business and your brand?
Honestly, bro, the TikTok
Yeah.
crazy, bro. TikTok
Yeah.
crazy. I posted
Yeah.
a video probably like, I don't know, I posted on late night. It was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I was like, let me just post something. You feel me?
Yeah.
It blew up. It got 1 million views in like 24 hours, bro.
No, 1 million views?
Yeah, 1 million views. It's up to 2 million
That's
now.
crazy.
Then they shadow banned me because I did something else. But they
That's
banned me
hard
from
though.
TikTok. Yeah.
That's hard though.
Yeah, the joint got 1 million views, and I was just talking like something basic, like a business that I started for my son. It's a vending machine business. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I got him a gumball machine and all that good stuff too.
I remember
Um,
seeing that video too. That's a fact.
yeah, and that I ain't even think that was gonna do nothing. You feel me? Little videos
Yeah.
like that, and out of that video, I had my link in my bio was my credit repair business
Yeah.
because the video brought back the credit repair, whatever how I did it, and yo, I got like 40 people signed up for credit repair, bro, from that video, and
No.
that's the power of social media, bro. Yeah,
That's crazy.
so you think
Yeah,
about a
man.
30-second video, you made me 4 grand.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
And that's just knowing how to utilize like what you have, like what's around, just knowing how to
right.
how to work that. Like I feel like It just speak to like going back to your childhood, like knowing how to use your talents and skills, like even from
Facts.
flipping. Now you charge people $5 to teach them how to flip.
Facts.
Like that's crazy, you
Yeah, it's
know?
crazy.
Yeah, man. But you know, since you mentioned that the credit topic and the credit repair business, man, what would
Yeah.
you say are some of the benefits, or why is it important for people to have good credit?
I mean, with good credit, man, you can't do anything without credit unless you got cash. You know, buying a house, your first house. I mean, what you got 200,000-300,000, you need good credit. You know what I'm saying? Buying a car, getting a good interest rate. If you've been to a buy here, pay here. Well, you probably haven't, but you know people that have they interest
Yeah,
rate 18-24%, a $10,000 car, then they paying 25,000 for it. You know what I'm saying? Good
exactly.
credit. Having good credit cards, man. Like you can start your business with your personal credit cards. If you got a deal in mind, like you can take your personal credit card, you got a 30K limit, you got to get that, you got to have a 700 plus to have a 30K limit. You can take that, start your little business, bro, pay that credit card back off. You can invest in real estate with your credit cards, like real down payments, purchasing a whole property with a credit card. So it just depends. Good credit gonna take you a long way, man. It's basically using other people's money to maximize your potential to make money. So
Exactly, bro. And that's the name of the game, is using other people's money,
yeah,
because that's what the rich and wealthy do. You know what I'm saying? They'll
facts,
have 10, 20 million in the bank, but then they'll go back and still take out a loan to start a new
facts.
business, or to buy a property like you mentioned.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, for
yeah,
sure,
for
bro.
sure.
And
It's my bad, bro. You can go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I'm about to say on another tip, man. It's a lot of ways these rich people use money from other people. Like I talk about it when we get into stocks, but it's another way you can pull money from your stocks while your stocks still grow. And it's crazy.
Facts.
It's crazy.
Exactly, bro. It's all about leveraging and just knowing what you can do with your assets.
Facts.
But not to jump around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not to jump all
Mhm.
over the place. I'm excited about this interview, so I'm a little turnt right now. But one thing that I noticed, bro, and one thing that I really like is one is your companies, your businesses have like super dope name. That Rich Square, that's hard to me. So
Mhm.
what was the idea behind creating those names? Like where did you come up with the names, and how did that come about?
Yeah, it was an old YouTube video where like an old gentleman said, "Yo, I'd rather be a rich square than a broke gangster." And he was talking to some young dudes, and that just stuck with me. Like where we from, bro? Like being a gangster is everything. You know,
Yeah.
you seen the gangsters, they got the money, they got everything, but not knowing who own most of the property in the city, who own our neighborhoods is a rich white man. You're a square. I'd rather be a rich square than a broke gangster any day, man. It's like I've been through that trials and tribulations of a teenager being in trouble and stuff like that. I'd rather be a sitting back chilling, man. Be a rich square. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a real fact though. Like that's a real fact. And then once you see like just the long term effects of it, of what I'm saying, being a rich square, it's like
Yeah,
you have something to fall back on, some money to depend on.
facts.
You can kind of sit back and kick your feet up once you've done that work for the 10, 20, 30 years, however long it take to get that
Exactly.
passive income in. So it definitely pays off in the long term.
Facts, facts. And then the name, I mean, it tie into my name a little bit too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
For sure, bro, for sure. So, when you were getting started in these different businesses and different
Mhm.
avenues, how did you know you had the right business idea?
I didn't. I
Okay,
was
okay.
trying stuff, bro. Like, all right,
Yeah,
so even so, my first official business that like I loved was the trucking business. I wanted to get in trucking before I even graduated college, and
yeah,
so I knew this gentleman. He had like 6 trucks, and he was older. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, you can start a what I'm saying trucking business. All you got to do is get you a driver. Cause I was always under the impression that I gotta be the driver. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta drive my own trucks. I never thought about hiring somebody to drive for me. And I purchased, you know what I'm saying? And this wasn't even really common on social media. Well, I didn't see it anyway. But so my first business, like I ain't really have a blueprint, honestly, bro. I just went with the research I did online, like how to I did my own authority. They charging people $1,500 to do your authority. I did it myself. I filed my own paperwork. I figured out what I need as far as like my BOC3s, my insurance, my UCRs. Like I figured all that out. And as an entrepreneur, man, like you can have a game plan and a blueprint, but at the same time, man, just do the work. It'll all fall
Exactly.
together. It'll all fall together. Just do the work.
Nah, that's a real fact, bro. And like something I'm hearing, throughout you talking and telling your story, is two things, or as many things, but these two stick out right now. Is one, like you're observant, like you seek information and you listen, and then
Facts.
you're curious. You know what I'm saying? So is that like are these traits that you've always had and always, like been a part of you?
Yeah, yeah. I've always been curious, and I think being curious, man, being having curiosity is really like what a lot of rich people do. They
Yeah.
curious about different things, and something might spark them. Because I was always a curious kid. Like that's how I got into different things. That's how I learned how to flip. I wasn't scared to do anything, even if I hurt myself. So the same thing with business, man. Don't be scared to just jump out there and start something. Because at the end of the day, it can't kill you.
Exactly. Now that's a real fact. That's a real fact. So, you in a recent Facebook post, man, that I shared, I thought it was super dope. Like the
Mhm.
message and the inspiration behind it. You talk about, you know, balancing different businesses, balancing studying, balancing um, having children.
Yeah.
So, you know, how do you manage to wear all these different hats, or how do you balance it?
Uh, that's a funny question, man. Knowing how to delegate a little bit. I'm not the best at delegating. Not the best at delegating, but delegating some of the tasks. As far as trucking, that trucking runs itself in a sense, but it doesn't. Um, I'm still hands on, but not as hands on as I was before. So it runs itself. The credit repair is more hands on in a sense, but I delegated a lot of stuff out now, as far as like my disputing and stuff like that. I use companies. I'm about to get a assistant to handle phone calls. Um, and for my kids, man, I got a lot of them. And my son is in football now, and he got practice 3 days a week, game on Saturday. So I'm there 2 hours a day. So delegating is hard, man. I sleep like 4 hours a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Just hustle, no, getting to it, like just really grinding and putting in that time.
facts. Yeah.
For sure, bro, for sure. And so, I mean, we talked about, some of the different businesses that you run.
Hmm.
I guess you said the most rewarding is the trucking, but the most exciting one to you is the stocks.
Yeah.
So, what excites you about the stocks? Why do you like that so much? Why is that one of your favorite ones that if you had all the time in the world, you would kind of focus most of your energy on doing that?
You can print instant money.
Yeah,
Like you can print instant money, bro. If you know what you're doing. If you really
yeah,
know what you're doing, you can print instant money. Like say when I first got into the stock market, I wasn't doing options or anything like that. I learned how to do options from me taking the Series 7 back in 2017.
yeah,
It's a requirement. You got to learn how to do options and stuff like that. But you can print instant money, bro. Like say if I need my phone bill paid, bro, I got like $300 in my trading account. In a sense, if I see something with some momentum and I chart it good, it can run. I can make 300. I can pay my phone bill. So it's instant money. That's why I love the stock market, and also the long term growth on it, man. Like when I was trying to get people into say buy Tesla, I've
yeah,
been in Tesla for like 3 years though. But in a sense, when I told them buy Tesla before the stock split, right now they probably if you bought it, you up 300-400%
yeah.
in a short period of well, I wouldn't say short. Some people say a short period of time, but in a year, I mean that's instant money, bro. To me, that's why I love the stock market. Trucking it requires a little bit more work, a lot of more work, a lot of manpower. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, what would you say is your favorite aspect about it? So I know you just said the that you like the options, but you got the long term
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
that come with stocks.
yeah,
You got the passive income that can come with certain stocks from paying
yeah.
out dividends.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the ones that the growth stocks that'll just they can go crazy, and then you have the trading aspect. So, which
Mm-hmm.
one do you like the most, or or focus on the most, I guess?
I'm a long-term investor first. I've been long-term investing since 2016. Like really paying attention to it and really like, okay, I'm buying this every month. I've been
Yeah.
buying Apple since 2016. Just
Oh,
because
that's
like
crazy.
Apple. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. And my goal for Apple, bro, is 10,000 shares. And I want to leave
Yeah.
that for my kids. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I've been buying it since then. And like long term investing for sure, because that's just potential for your lifestyle to be crazy when you get older. And as far as like options, man, it's an adrenaline rush, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you're a
Yeah.
gambler, and I don't want to call option trading gambling, bro, because that gives it a bad stigma.
Right.
They make it sound like forex trading or something like that. But
Right.
it's like if you ever traded options, bro, and you really like into it, it's different. It's a different rush. It's a different momentum when you can sit there and make 10, $20,000 within an hour, bro. It's that shit different, bro. That shit ain't different. And that's like the most I've made. It's 24,000. That's the most I ever made in one trade. But I don't
That's
see
crazy.
I follow
One
people that,
trade.
yeah.
Yeah.
I follow people that made 200, 300,000 on the trade though. I want to hit those numbers one
Yeah. Nah, bro, that's a beautiful goal to have, bro. Like you
day.
can't you can't say nothing else about that. That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
For real.
what would you say to somebody that's like scared of stocks, scared to invest in it? Because a lot of that fear just come from not knowing or
Hmm.
not knowing about it, not having like the education behind it. But what
Hmm.
would you personally say to somebody that's afraid to invest?
I mean, I would tell them this, man. Yo, like, what you like to wear? You like Nikes? Nike out of stock. You know what I'm saying? You like I wouldn't say that. AMC, you like going to the movies, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean I would because they blew up. But anything that you like, man, you like Ralph, you like Louis Vuitton. Yo, they got to stop.
Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix, anything, man, like Apple, anything, Mac, computer, Dell, uh, you like all of that, man. You'll rather buy the latest iPhone and you don't own an Apple stock that's 1/10 of the price of an iPhone. Like, what you scared of, bro? Like, you Nike is $160. Your Jordans cost 220 right now. So, like, what you scared
Exactly.
of? You can them Jordans. I mean, some of them go up in value, but a lot of them, they once you wear them, bro, it's old for them. So, might as well buy that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the asset. But a lot of people don't understand that, man. And it's kind of because we got that hood mentality. We got that YOLO mentality. Like, I'm about to buy it now. I ain't got time to be waiting. But at the same time, man, think about your future a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Be more present to your what's going on in your future. So
Exactly. Nah, man, and that's a fact too, because when you're young, I know when I was young, bro, I didn't even think about myself being 21. Like I'm 26 now, but I ain't even think about no certain
facts.
age. I'm just like, hey, I'm having fun right now. I'm trying to do whatever I want to do now.
Hey, facts though.
So yeah, man, that's definitely a mentality that we got to change and
Yeah,
I guess share more light on just to think about the long term. Because how is it gonna be when you really turn 50?
facts.
Like
And that's why
you want to be set up.
I like little like podcasts like this, man, and like just social media in general, man, bringing our culture to a different aspect as far as financial literacy because we not we not really on that. Like 2000, I say 2019, 2018. You ain't really see all these people online like really preaching this financial literacy, bro, until
Facts.
like almost like the pandemic, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
like we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, on this stuff. And these people got like a 4 year head start on us, like a 400 year head start, really, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
on us. In this stock market game,
Exactly.
they've been making money for years. Like we just now really, I mean, you got a couple, you know what I'm saying, you got your anomaly black people that's been making money in the stock market, but at the same time, like our generation, we got it right now. Like we really can make some moves. Like we ain't worrying about 401ks and retirement. I mean, I would be worried about putting money in your 401k, but at the same time, you can invest your own money. You don't need you know what I'm saying, give your money to a company to invest it for you, man. You don't need to do all that. You can invest your own money long term. You know what I'm saying? Pick good stocks. Pick the good stocks. Don't worry about those penny stocks and all of that. Pick good companies and you straight. That's what they doing.
For sure, bro. And so, um, you know, for the people that don't know what a good stock is, or know how to pick a good stock, do you have a resource for them? Or I know your Facebook page is like it's like a gold mine, your Facebook group. So, what would you suggest to somebody that doesn't know how to pick a good stock or what a good stock is?
All right, so this is gonna be the easiest way for you to just even so you can visualize it. You gonna download Robinhood. Matter of fact, don't even worry about Robinhood because you got to get to that point. Go on Google, type in an item that's at your crib, Jordan. See who owns Jordan, right? You know Nike owns Jordan. Type put Nike stock in the search bar. It's gonna bring you a chart. On this chart, it's gonna give you 1 month, 1 week, year, 5 years, 10 years, and all. Look at the 5 year. If the chart is look like it's going uptrend, it may be a good stock. If the chart is going downtrend, it might not be no good stock. So that's just the simplest way I can explain like to buy a good company or not. Like anything around your house, look it up, see who owns it, see if they got a stock. If it looks like the stock is going in the uptrend, it might be a good stock. It might be overbought depending on when you look at it, because you know what I'm saying, it might be. I don't know. But if it's in a downtrend, then it might not be a good stock. That's the simplest way I can tell somebody to look for a stock.
Nah, man, and that's some great advice, man. And that's kind of what I believe in too. Like, if you use it a lot, if you use the product and you like the product, you're not the only one that likes it and uses it.
Right.
Everybody probably
Right.
uses it. So that means it's profitable in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Not all the time, but usually it's profitable if a lot of people use it. So
Right.
I definitely think that's a great piece of advice to get people started, to ask that question and to like get them curious, and just let them know like, hey, this is how you can, at least get started and find out a little something.
No, that's a fact though, man. Because I mean, we around companies that own the stock market every day. Like your toothpaste is made by Procter and Gamble. They got a stock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Your toothbrushes, anything that you really can think of, and like
yeah,
invest in that company. And a lot of people look at the stock market like, oh, I'm gonna lose money. You can lose money if you sell at the wrong time, or
exactly,
the company is just not good. But if you invest
exactly.
in a companies that's been around for 50 to 100 years, do you really think that company's gonna fail right now? Like
Exactly.
it's kind of impossible in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like unless it's a company that's getting out of the business, like old textile stuff like that. But if it's an innovative company, especially technology, Apple, Square, Amazon, Visa, people keep on innovating their company, then it's a no brainer to get those companies though.
Yeah, bro. So my next question is, man, what's the importance of having a good team, and how do you focus on building your team?
And honestly, bro, a team is everything, bro. A team is everything. You gotta have people that buy into your vision. Because people don't buy into your vision, man, they become selfish. They become I wouldn't say jealous in a sense, but they become jealous. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I felt like that I went through that with a couple of my close people, like some of my cousins. And I wouldn't say jealousy, but they didn't have any money invested in the business. So they didn't care how the business was ran, even though
yeah,
I was trying to utilize them to be more than what they wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's what trucking. Like my first driver was my cousin, my older cousin. He was like 30 something. And I was planning on, you know what I'm saying, copying more trucks as stuff went on, and like get him out of the truck and let him manage the trucks. But he didn't have that vision. And so he ended up quitting on me to go work for, you know what I'm saying, another company, which he quit from because it was too much work for him.
yeah, yeah. And nah, man, I know that's like a heartbreaking thing when people don't really see the vision or understand,
Yeah.
see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you could deal with, if you feel like you going up, people can feel entitled to you going up. They feel entitled to reap the benefits of your hard work, of the fruits of your labor.
Facts. Now that's a fact though, man. And I don't mind you reaping the benefits off of my labor, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you helping me. You know what I'm saying? We help each
Exactly.
other. So I'm a
Exactly.
50-50 type of person, man. And if you help me, I help you. And we make money together. I don't gotta make $1 million without seeing you make 1 million too.
That's a fact, bro, and that's real. That's real. So, you've been in the game for a while, man. You've been an entrepreneur for a long time. Um, are there any lessons or like early business mistakes that you made that you would like to pass on to the next person to help them avoid making that same mistake that you can like
Yeah.
remember right off the top?
Um, have your money right. A lot of people gonna tell you to jump out here and let God, saying steer your way to success. God is gonna guide you, but you gotta have your paper that's make you survive, let you survive, bro. Because
Facts.
um, you're gonna encounter some days where you're not making money, bro. And that's entrepreneurship. On a job, it's different because you make money every day. You get a check at the end of the week. But entrepreneur, man, we eat what we kill. So every day, you might not even feel like working. You might not even feel like doing anything, but you might not eat that day. And make sure you got bread stacked up. And that was my biggest thing. It's not a balloon or a safety belt, how people make it seem like. Nah, make sure you got some bread stacked up. Especially as you grown and you're trying to get in entrepreneur, you got responsibilities. Make sure your money stacked up first before you jump out there.
Facts. Now,
For
that's
sure.
definitely a great
For
piece
sure.
of advice. So what would you say is your favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
Um, honestly, bro, everything about it, man.
Yeah,
Taking ideas from your brain, putting it on paper,
yeah,
and making it manifest into something viable, something that you can really eat off of. That's different,
yeah,
bro. It's a weird feeling that you like when you like say like if you start a t-shirt brand, you know what I'm saying? You don't plan it out, you don't got your design, you don't got your shirt, you make your first sale.
yeah.
Then feel like you made $100,000, bro. No
That's a
cap.
fact.
Like that ain't make you feel like you made all the money in the world, man. It's different when you making the money yourself and not. I ain't gonna say a job is handing you money, but at the same time, it's different when you make your own money. And I think that's entrepreneurship, man. Brings that time freedom. It brings that joy that you can have, even though we work more hours than a regular 9 to 5 person. But it just brings you time freedom. Like I can do anything because most of the stuff I can do on my phone.
Exactly. Nah, man, and that's the beauty of like today, 2021. You can get a lot of money just off your phone.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So, bro, what would you say is the single most important reason for your success?
Um, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I don't even think about it, bro. I gotta think about that answer. The willingness to just do, try it,
Yeah,
man. Just try it. Like it ain't gonna hurt. Just try it, bro. Whatever you got in your brain, whatever you got in your head, whatever business you got, just try it. Cause I messed up a lot of not going in and doing it first. Like not saying first on internet or anything, but like just doing it. Like
yeah,
if I go to my notebooks, bro, I got podcasts written down. I got content every day written down for YouTube. Cause I was really following the Jay Morrison blueprint, even though Jay is a little sketchy, but yo, awesome. He really inspired me to really like do some things on the
yeah,
entrepreneurship, even putting stuff online because I'm an introvert. I'm not
yeah,
really like a person that come out, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling people what I'm doing and stuff. I'm a really low key person. So putting stuff online and you trying to inspire people, I think that was the biggest thing is just doing it, bro. Just doing something.
right.
Like doing that's my biggest success story. Like bro, I just did it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's a fact though, man. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, I know a lot of people can relate to it. I definitely can too. Just getting up and trying it, like just
Yeah.
trying new things. I feel like they keep life exciting.
Facts.
Just do something new.
Do something new.
But yeah, but so how do you define success as an entrepreneur?
Um, when I was younger, I thought it was money. Honestly, I thought it was money. But then, like, as my kids got older, that time freedom and what I can do with my money in a sense. Say like my son or my daughter, they growing, so they need money all the time.
Yeah,
So they like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying, or like they might be doing this and that, and I go to my daughter was in cheerleading, so I can go to her. I ain't got to report to a job, so I can just go to any events that she's having 2-3 hours away
yeah,
anytime. Or it might be she on cheerleading. That's a 5-minute little thing. She's cheerleading for 5 minutes, but I'm driving 4 hours or whatever to go see it. That time freedom with money, and I think that's what entrepreneurship bring, that time freedom, bro. You can't get those memories back, especially like seeing my son play football or whatever. Like that that time freedom, bro. That time freedom.
Yeah. Nah, that's super dope, man. And I know that's something they'll really remember and appreciate. Like, okay, knowing that their dad was there to support
Facts.
whatever it is that they're doing. That's something they'll never forget.
That's a fact, man. And that's a
For,
fact, bro.
for sure, bro. For sure. So, how would you like for people to remember you and your companies?
That's a good question. I just want people to remember me, man, as like I help people make money. Or like not even that. I just help people, man, foster their ideas or like bring their ideas to life, or like not be scared to jump out there and really like try new things, man. Cause every business you start is not gonna be a successful business.
Right.
But you will catch one that's gonna be successful and really gonna make you some money, man. And just don't be scared to try, bro. And that, I want y'all to remember my RichSquare business is like, it's okay to, sit back and collect your dollars, man. You don't gotta be all on that rah. Especially for my people who, like, what I'm saying, the hood and on that other like, bro, like, it's okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be a grown man and sit back and collect your money, bro. I'd rather be a rich square than a broke gangster any day, bro. Like, remember that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, what is the future of Rich Square and the Rich Square brand look like to you?
Man, content, bro. Putting out good content. I'm starting to. I'm about to get back online. Honestly, bro, I took a year off of everything. Like, really, like, being not a whole year, but like at least 6 months of like really not doing too much. I had another kid, and I just wanted to just chill, bro, and like
Yeah.
get my brain back together. Like, if that makes sense. A lot of entrepreneurs know what I'm saying. Like, you got to get your brain back together, man, because you so
Yeah.
busy catering to other people that you forgetting about yourself. And
Exactly.
just getting my mind back together. Now it's like I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go, man. Putting out good content. I'm gonna knock out a lot of content. Try to do 5 videos a day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start back my podcast a little bit. Not like that though, cause but then like I'm gonna get on the YouTube, just putting out a lot of content, promoting my businesses or whatever. Um, as far as my Rich Millennials Facebook page, I'm gonna be dropping some stuff in there all the time, weekly picks, business stuff, stocks, crypto, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's about it, man. I'm gonna really just be putting out content, really promoting stuff.
For sure, bro. And I think, like, one of the important things that you said too is like knowing how to take a break and knowing when to
Facts.
take a break. Because like you said, man, like when you creating content and you running businesses and doing all this, like you giving so much of your energy away, so
Man,
much of yourself away to the people.
yeah,
So it'd be important to take that time back, and take your energy back. Is it
facts.
anything though, like when you took that break? Is it any like epiphanies or moments or like realizations that you had while you were taking that time to yourself?
Um, when I start, don't stop, because
Facts.
with content, bro, or once you build that momentum, bro, you can't stop, because then
Facts.
you're gonna lose your people. And I did that. Like, my momentum was kicking. Like, I'm talking about 20, 30,000 TikTok followers, Facebook
Yeah.
going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and I just stopped out of nowhere because of me, personal reasons. But people don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, stopping. Don't stop again.
For sure.
Keep on doing it.
Nah, man, and it's all a learning experience, bro, and everything you like we take lessons from. So
It's a fact.
but man, I appreciate your time today, bro. And I feel like you dropped a lot of gems and said a lot of things that inspire a lot of people.
Yes,
But
sir.
before we go at the end of every podcast episode, I like to play a rapid fire question game where I ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
So if you're willing to play, I'll go ahead and ask the first
Yeah, let's go.
one. All right, question number 1. Where's your favorite place to travel?
Inside the US.
Wherever.
Yo,
Either one.
I travel to Atlanta a lot, bro.
Yeah.
I just like that feeling, bro. When you first hit that skyline, bro, in Atlanta, man, and then you know what I'm saying, you going, it, that feeling is different. Then when you start getting to the immersing yourself in the culture, it's different. So I like Atlanta. Other than that, like you know what I'm saying, Bahamas, place like that.
For sure, for sure. Question number 2, bro. What song explains your life the most?
What song?
Yeah.
Shit. That's a rapid fire question. I gotta think about it. um, damn, that's a good question, bro. Mastermind by Rick Ross. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's hard. That's a bar. And look, bro, look, final question. What's an amazing thing that you did that no one was around to see?
Damn, that's a good question. I made 24,000 on an option trade.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, bro, when that bag hit, did you just like go all the way crazy? Like, did you lose it? Like what was your
But bro, I could have broke my phone. No cap, right? On my phone, bro. Like I'm talking about what I did. What? Like I'm talking about like it was like an hour, bro. Like cause it just happened so sporadically. Like I remember the day. It was back in, was it May, or I can look on my Robinhood. It was back in like May or June. Matter of fact, it might have been the beginning of June. Um before Tesla stopped splitting all that. I put in some contracts on Tesla.
Yeah.
And it decided to run, bro. Like by the end of the day, I was like, yo, what? It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it just started, and I did it because, but it just ran to 900. I was like, what? This was before it went to like 11. This before the stock split, so it went more. But that day, it just decided to run for some reason. And I caught it, bro, and it was crazy.
Yeah. How did you celebrate that moment though? How did you celebrate?
uh, I think I called my homie. I like, yo, it's crazy. I sent him a little screenshot, and
Yeah.
I ain't really celebrate too crazy. Like I think I told my girl, like, yo, this crazy, bro. With the stock market crazy. And I
You
think I told
gotta
my
do
mom
that.
too, and that was
Look,
it.
yeah, you done told all the people that you gotta tell.
Yeah.
Nah, I would have went crazy on social media. I did something like that now.
And look, I ain't even once I ain't posting. See, with the social media, bro, like I was posting gains like when I was trading stocks, but I'm a quiet. I don't like people in my business, bro.
I feel it.
I don't
I
want people
feel
counting
it.
my pockets, man.
I feel it. Nah, that's that grown man. Cause look, man, cause me, I'm telling the world, Jack.
Nah, I feel you. I used to post though. If you go on my page, you'll see some of my posts on my games.
That's hard though, brother. Hey, Rich, I appreciate your time today, bro. I enjoy this, man. Like I
Yes,
said, bro,
sir.
you just dropped gems that's gonna inspire the people, bro.
Man, I appreciate you for this interview, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep inspiring people. And if you want me back as a guest, bro, I'd love to come back on, man. I love it.
That's a bet, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right.